Welcome into All Things LA Real Estate. My name is PK Knoll and I am running point on this channel. This is your Mount Washington July real estate update. Love Mount Washington, great opportunity out there. We're going to get into the current numbers. We're going to do month over month, year over year, and at the end of the video, I'm going to look for some homes that have caught my eye that provide some value for you if you're searching in the neighborhoods on the east side. And let me tell you this, there may be the best house under $1 million available for sale right now in Mount Washington. So stick around for that in the last segment. Let's ride. All right, so let's check out what's happening in Mount Washington. I really think there's great potential. Buying a home right now is risky. 7% interest rates, that is extremely high. Affordability is at an all-time low. But you want to get into a neighborhood that has an opportunity to appreciate, because that gives you an opportunity to offset those early interest payments that are going to really hurt you. So Mount Washington might be the spot for that, because Silver Lake, Highland Park, Eagle Rock, the cat's out of the bag. Those places have already kind of blown up, and Mount Washington might be the next one to go. So currently we got 11 homes available for sale. The minimum price to get in the neighborhood is $989,000. I'll talk about that home a little bit more later. Top end, $2.25 million. Average home price in Mount Washington is $1.539454, so just above $1.5 million. Average days on market is 54, a little higher than what you would see typically on the east side, but not a terrible number, especially with inventory and interest rates. There's just not the demand that everyone's looking for. And in Mount Washington, you always are going to get a good price on your home, so these sellers are not as anxious as other areas. Taking a quick look into July of 2022, we had 12 homes sell at 110% clip, meaning 10% over the list price. That's pretty consistent with what you see on Mount Washington. As you get a list price of, let's say, $1 million, that home sells for $1.1 million. We will not get to 12 sales this month, mostly because there's only 11 homes available. So we'll see some decline year over year, pretty common. You'll see that specifically as we move into the next month, the most important segment of this video, if you're looking for a home right now in Mount Washington, which is last month. All right, so what did things look like last month in Mount Washington? Pretty good month if you compare it to other months, other neighborhoods in 2023, where we saw 10 homes sell at 110% rate, meaning 10% over the list price. 10 homes is pretty good for Mount Washington this time of year with the inventory issues that we're dealing with. So very healthy market. If I'm a homeowner in Mount Washington, I feel great, because my home is probably getting some appreciation, which isn't happening in most parts of the country, not happening in a lot of neighborhoods in Los Angeles, but I feel good if I'm a homeowner. If you're thinking about selling, I'm getting with an agent now. I'm not necessarily selling, especially if you got a rate under 5, under 4, under 3, because you don't want to jump into a 7% interest rate, but I want to be prepared because at some point rates will come down, probably end of 2024, 2025, and I want to be prepared to get my house in the market, because that initial push of demand could really put myself in a great position. Low end last month was $500,000 sale. It went $30K under the list price, so some opportunities maybe on the low end in Mount Washington. High end was $2.24 million. That home sold for $240,000 over the list price, so well-priced home on the high end. Very high demand. You get a nice house in one of these neighborhoods like Mount Washington, Eagle Rock, Highland Park. The demand is still high on the top end of the game. Average sale was just under 1.5 at 1.477900. Days on market was 28. Pretty typical. You see homes jump off quick. Some stick around a little bit longer. 28 is pretty average, pretty decent number. We take a quick look into June of 2022. 16 homes sold at 116% clip. Another sign of a great neighborhood, a great market. 116% is a very good number for 2022. For the neighborhoods that are thriving, it was 15, 20% over the list price. That is a 32% decline year over year. Not great, but it's going to happen. Inventory is historically low. You're having declines sometimes in the 50s and 60s in some neighborhoods in some months. So 32% isn't a good thing, but it's just the reality of what we're going to have. You're going to see the same thing come out when we get into next month's frame. But let's go into a few homes that have caught my eye so I can see if I can find you some value. And don't forget, we got that home under $1 million that I think might be the best spot that you can jump on. Let's go. All right, homes that have caught my eye. This is where I let you know what the entry level is, try and find some value for you. I don't like to rip on houses. I'm not here to hurt other realtors. More importantly, I'm not trying to hurt anyone trying to sell their home. So I try to bring a positive light to this section and point out a couple of opportunities for value. 7% interest rates. Affordability is very low, maybe the lowest we've seen in a very long time. I think it's very risky to buy a house, but if you buy a house right now, you've got to buy a house that's going to appreciate. Mount Washington provides that. And we're going to start off with the entry-level position. It's 444 Museum Drive. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, just over 1,700 square feet. It's listed for $989,000, and I truly believe, of all the research that I have done, this is the best house available for under $1 million on the east side in Los Angeles. $580 per square foot. This is a trustee sale, meaning obviously someone passed away and it was left to a will, so they're selling it, which is a great sign that they just want to offload it, split the cash, take the cash, whatever the situation is. So they're not going to be stringent here. This house has absolute opportunity. As much as I've toted this so far in the video of the best house under $1 million, I doubt it sells for under $1 million. My expectation of the real value of this home is probably 1.2. The driveway needs to be fixed a little bit, but everything else is great for the home. This house is a gem. Speaking of gem, let's get to my favorite house in the neighborhood right now. It's 3787 Glen Albin Drive. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, over 2,400 square feet. So great size on this home, listed for just under $1.5 million at $1.499. The views are incredible. Very private residence, great for the family. A great number at $620 per square foot. Now that's a number that we want to see at $500-$600, especially for a home that was built in 2023. And here's the big kicker here is when I give you value, it's about the financial value of these homes. This home had a price drop of $300K. $300K price drop. Why did they do that? Because it was built in 2023 by an investor or a property builder. They do not want to sit on inventory. They want to sell. They need people in there so they can move on to the next project. So this home has value. It's brand new built. You know the foundation's good. You know everything checks out. You're not going to have to worry about that. There's not going to be renovations that need to be done. So if you can get in after a $300K price drop, you need to get in now because there's available opportunities there. This home should appreciate over time. The builder or the investor right now is just not willing to wait for that to happen. If you're going to buy at 7%, this is your opportunity to find a house that should appreciate over time. Finally, top dog in the neighborhood right now, 824 Cynthia Avenue, 3 bedrooms, 4 bath, over 2,400 square feet, listed for $2.25 million. Weird thing about this is in the initial description, the very first line that this agent has put out into the public is that the seller is willing to buy down the interest rate $40,000, meaning they're willing to give you a concession of $40,000 so you can buy mortgage points off of your interest so you don't have to pay the 7% interest. Very nice, very upfront. I'm just kind of flabbergasted that you would show your hand right away, right? So maybe they know that it's going to be a tough sale at the $2.25 million, that they're willing to kind of really try and entice people right off the jump from it. But it's weird to lead off with that and not just hold it as a, back pocket thing in negotiations. But it's in a cul-de-sac, built in 2021, so beautiful house, has EV ports, has solar panels, 2-car garage, all the amenities, great spot if you're in that upper $2 million range looking for homes, beautiful spot. Hope you enjoyed the video. We do this every single month for all the neighborhoods on the east side: Silver Lake, Echo Park, Mount Washington, Atwater Village, Eagle Rock, Lincoln Heights, El Sereno, the works. We also do a ton of other great content that's valuable to homeowners. We got school reports, attractions, restaurants. We also do some celebrity houses and some other fun stuff. So like and subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful day. Be kind.
Yeah.